My name is Becca Spence-Tobias, and I'm the owner of Conscious Continuations Doula Services. And I want to welcome you to my video series on mindfulness meditation for pregnancy, childbirth, and early parenting. So, first of all, I just want to give a quick disclaimer saying that I'm not a mental health professional, and this first video is about worry. And so if you're experiencing extreme worry, I want you to really be sure to seek out professional care if it's needed. But that being said, mindfulness can be really helpful even in a professional care setting for people with a lot of worry. It's been said that worry is the work of pregnancy. So worry is completely normal. It would be really strange if you were pregnant and you were not worrying about something. Also though, worry and stress are not great for your pregnancy. So the challenge then becomes to accept this normal state of worrying during pregnancy without beating yourself up for worrying. And so in Buddhism, it's called the second arrow. And that means that the first arrow that you're shot with is the worry itself. And so the second arrow is you beating yourself up for worrying. And so try not to shoot the second arrow. I know that's so much easier said than done, but we're going to talk about some tips today for doing that, for avoiding shooting the second arrow and just sitting and being with that first one, those feelings of worry. The first 12 weeks, especially of pregnancy, are really hard not to worry because you know that there's a very real possibility of something happening. A lot of us will try to tell ourselves that you can tell yourself the chances are better that things are going to go well than that they aren't, but you still might know deep down that something might go wrong, and it might. I'm not going to sugarcoat that. Some of the things we do, because we know that deep down, some of the things we're tempted to do are, one, to seek reassurance. And so you might constantly, this is what I did, I Googled the stats every day for the first 12 weeks of my pregnancy, I think. Well, today I only have this much of a chance of miscarrying. Today that chance is even lower. Today my chance is even lower. Things like that. You might look for signs that things are going well. Well, this pregnancy is going so much better than my pregnancy that didn't end well because this and this and this. Or you might even do things like watch a video like this to try to reassure yourself. The other thing that people do is they'll come up with superstitions. And so you might not tell people that you're pregnant for a while. Some people do this out of practicality. If something did happen, they wouldn't want to have to go back and untell people, but some people feel superstitious about it. So they think if they don't tell people, they won't jinx it. I know I've definitely had thoughts like that. You might not want to read any negative stories if you see the word miscarriage or if you hear it. If you feel yourself tense up when I say that, that might be another superstition you have, or there might be other superstitions that you make up. So I want to ask if you've done any of those things, and I'm guessing you have. Did it make you feel better for very long? Did it stop your worrying? And my guess is not, because it didn't for me. I would feel reassured for maybe a minute, and then I would go back to Googling or go back to worrying. So another option is to instead practice don't know mind. And that means telling yourself, whenever these fears come up, I don't know. And that can be really hard to do. You can tell yourself what you do know right now. So right now, I am pregnant. That's what I know. And you don't have to go beyond that. When doubts start to come up, which they will, when you say, well, what about tomorrow? You tell yourself, I don't know. Notice your mind when you do this. You'll probably, especially at first, feel a lot of resistance to doing this, and you'll want to revert to that reassurance or that superstition. But do those things bring you peace for very long? You can also notice not only your thoughts when you're doing this, but notice your body when you do this. When you tell yourself, I don't know what's going to happen, do you feel your shoulders tense up? Do you feel your face muscles getting tighter? Where do you feel it in your body? Are you holding your breath? And if you are feeling it in any of those places, or if you're noticing other things that your body can do, then it's another chance to use mindfulness, and you just say, hello, shoulder tension, or hello, anxious thoughts, whatever's coming up for you. So practice doing that I don't know mind, see what happens, and then just be with that experience. And I mentioned it briefly, but that's another strategy that was really helpful for me, is just saying hello to different things that come up. So it's a way to not take them so seriously, and to not shoot that second arrow for those reactions. So instead of, oh, I'm worried about it and I'm so angry that I'm worried, you just say, oh, hello again, worrying, there you are. Or why do I always clench my shoulders? Oh, hello, clenched shoulders. So saying hello to things. I know that this is really, really hard to do, to stay with this don't know mind and to not revert to the other options. Especially because it's easy to say, I'll stop worrying when. So I'll stop worrying when I first see my baby on the ultrasound, or I'll stop worrying when I'm 12 weeks or 20 weeks. But the thing is, that never happens. You can always find something to worry about. Even when your baby's here, you can worry and worry and worry. And the reassurance and the superstitions won't bring you peace for very long. But this don't know mind, when you get into the practice and when you really start to learn to just sit with that don't know feeling, the worry doesn't go away, but it gets easier. So I hope these suggestions are helpful. And again, you also be really present with yourself and see if you need a different kind of help, and speak to your care provider if needed. And I'll see you in the next video.